Hello, good afternoon to you and welcome to the business segment of Midday Live here on TV3. My name is Alfred Okanse. Now, the Private Sector Businesses Consultative Forum, which has been on strike for the past 3 days. Today is the third day of that particular strike action, and we've been monitoring the development and the impact it's having on various sectors, the consumers, government, and also the customs in terms of revenue generation at the ports. Now, let's find out exactly what the situation is at the Tema port, where my colleague Josephine Frempong visited earlier on.
We've not been notified. Our knowledge is what we heard on air, that they embarking on a 3-day strike. But officially, we're not written to. Yeah, collection is a bit down, yes, but I cannot say that goods are not being imported, because the irony of the case is that the goods have been imported, and the more you keep the goods in the port, the more other charges that you have to pay. Secondly, the exchange rate may also go up. So in the long run, those goods will have to be cleared. On Monday, we had duties amounting to about 22.6 million. Tuesday, we collected 14.4 million. So this will show that people are still going about paying duties.
Well, so in Aboso-Okan, the place was empty. Now, let's find out the pulse. Josephine Frempong was there, and she's joined me in studio. Josephine, it's good to have you. Now, tell me exactly what the atmosphere was like at the ports, at the Tema port, when you visited the area.
Right, Alfred. When we went there this morning, I think Guta'S, they have entered into their final day, as they claim. We got there very early, like 7 a.m. and usually we went to one of the main collection point called the Long Room. That is one of the places where you find all the freight forwarders, the importers. But when we got there, the number was quite small. Initially, you could see a whole more than 200 people paying their duties. But when we went there, the number was, I mean, very like a handful number of people who were trying to pay their duties. But also I spoke to the assistant commissioner for the Tema collection point, and he told me that they were not really informed about the strike. That is, Guta'S did not officially write to them that this is going to happen, so that they could probably plan ahead and probably they'll know how their collection will be done. So it has created some kind of problem for them. So from Monday to the third day, the volumes for import duties have dropped, because on Monday they couldn't collect the number that they targeted that probably they will receive. So Tuesday was the same, and today they are hoping that probably the situation will change so that importers will come in and pay their duties and clear their goods. And he was very emphatic that the problem is that, sure, Guta'S has a problem. They have a case. They have to push it to government to address. But you have imported the goods to the port. If you keep it for a longer period, you pay demurrage, and demurrage attracts more charges. So obviously, the importer is right, though, pushing a particular goal or agenda, yet you can also still be at a disadvantaged situation.
It's going to go against them. So
exactly.
They're going to pay more.
Exactly. So why don't you just come and pay so that the process can be pushed? Others can also come in and get it, also get their duty, their goods also cleared. And he also made mention of the fact that this particular trend, which has just occurred, is also going to affect their monthly revenue mobilization target, because what they were expecting that they will get within the 3 days, they are obviously not going to get it. So probably they are hoping that at the end of the month, all those who fail to pay within the 3 days could come and pay their duties and clear their goods.
Today is the final day, and hopefully we'll see how it ends. The Trade and Industry Ministry is engaging the leadership of Guta'S and the Private Sector Consultative Forum. See how the day ends with this. But I want to thank you very much for this detail. I know you're on the beat with this. I'll bring you up to speed with the developments and the various port of entries into the country. Josephine Frempong, grateful.
You're welcome.
Great. Now, let's still stay with this particular Guta'S strike situation because shops in the central business district of Accra remain closed to the public in protest against high import duties and a hike in other taxes. The move is in compliance with the directive by a joint consultative assembly to compel government to review the current tax regime.